You know, I think this is the time that Dele may have to also contact his sales people that, okay, it's time to make this book into audio. Don't only make it into audio, let us have it in ebook so that I can spread to people that love to listen and people that have ebooks that can avoid that so that everybody have access to this book since they want to be crazy.
Cool. It's not laughing matter, but at the same time, it is also laughing matter because what? What? You know what? If you had any doubt that what Dele Farotimi wrote in his book is actually what it is the drama going on in Nigeria that will tell you that yes, Dele Farotimi did touch enough and that there is real truth in the things that he has written in his book.
So I just saw a news now that Afe Babalola obtained court order to ban Farotimi's bestseller and seize royalty too. So they want to ban the book and seize royalty. See? The federal court in Abuja has issued an airspace order stopping the production and distribution of Nigeria and its criminal justice system. A book written by human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi. The book has been a topic of heated debates due to its allegation of judicial manipulation and recently became a global best-selling in the politics category on Amazon platform. Sahara reporter have reported that armed police officer arrested Farotimi at his office in Lagos State on the 3rd of December and took him to Ekiti, more than 300 kilometers away from home. They took him to Ekiti right from Lagos. On the following day, he was arraigned before the magistrate court in Ado Ekiti, alleged criminal defamation of legal luminary Afe Babalola stand in the book Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. The book accused Babalola of manipulating the judiciary to secure favorable ruling for his clients, which we know how things run for Nigeria now. We know how things run for Nigeria, especially for these old people, for these guys. We be saying now this thing that they have been doing is now it's like a virus on the new generation. They can't do anything without corruption. So corruption is in the blood of almost everybody for this country. Corruption, they reign. If you see person we no corrupt, now God run am. However, court's order was requested and obtained by Afe Babalola and demand that all sales and distribution of the book, both physical and digital copies, be stopped immediately. Well, the thing is, this book don't go out already. This book, if you know how far this book don't go, you will not be bothered about any rubbish that you guys do anymore. This book has gone far, and the book will not stop. In fact, if you like say Nigeria go they borrow people. If we can't sell it again, we go they send them to people say how much this now your justice system for Nigeria. This is how things they run for the justice system of Nigeria, so that the world can also see it. So, and there's been a lot of reactions on social media, different people coming out to say, hey, this is who this man is. This is my encounter with Afe Babalola. This is what I've seen when it comes to him. And just too much stuff going on out there. And I don't know what they are still trying to cover up. I mean, this, whatever it is, even a lot of people did not even know that this book exists. People like me, I didn't even know, say, he wrote any book. I only listened to him on TV, on social media, and that's it. I don't know that the guy published any book, but until you guys you cast you promote the book, and you're still promoting the book, and after you promoted that book, a lot of sales came. Now you want to shut the book down. You know the joke. You know the joke because there will be should be Nigeria within. Nigeria will be say even you don't know if they don't kidnap the production from the original owner self. People come they make their own copy. Shebi na Nigeria wetin no fit happen. You think say na only you corrupt for this Nigeria? No be only you corrupt. We get people wey be say they get mind now. We be say if deliver to me, if we stop the production today, some people will be say corruption they run for their body. Will be say that they think say that they fight for Nigeria. They go carry am. And make sure say that book go everywhere, and you will not know say no be the original owner they they do am. This book must fly. The book must fly, fly. In fact, we go have podcasts on that book. There will be a podcast that will be dedicated to that book. So all of you will be say you like ideas and you don't own the book. You feel carry the book at least. Be busy. Start reading it, and after you don't read the book, you feel they share your thoughts on it on social media, and you can make money of it. So if you're smart, that can happen. like right away. Right away. I've not seen the book. I don't know about the book. I might even check Amazon now. So I give you idea now. Wrong with it. So this is an update that this Baba Afe Babalola obtained court order to ban Farotimi's bestseller and seize royalties. And I believe I said the court is cooperating with it. They will make it happen. Imagine in 2024 for Nigeria on what's even when you now they take the whole thing from they going back and forth. Now this is Abuja. Now they fight this one for Abuja now. So just when we think say the country they get better, they will come up with something else. All right, let's see how these things they go when Grandpa is fighting in Peking. Nigeria and its criminal justice system is breaking a lot of head for Nigeria. A lot of them are running scatter scatter right now, and we don't know why. We don't know why they want to shut the book down. It's just a book. Let Nigeria read. And we are reading already. Nigeria is reading because right now I'm going to go for my own copy, and I'm not going to go for my copy alone. I hope this thing is in a book. That's what I said because some of us we just read a book. We don't buy hard copy like that. So I'm searching for this book right away, and I'm gonna see if I can purchase the book. That's what it is. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm buying my own copy of this book right away and see if I can flow with the idea. We be say I just throw now before some people say the idea. Yeah, go learn. no be video with this, so but you gonna learn hard way. I feel Babalola. All right, God bless you.
Because tell me how they are saying that someone they filed a suit to they're looking for a court order to halt the sale and distribution of the book, and then it seems as if these people think that we are in 1980 something or 19. I don't even know what to say, or 1970 something, because that's where that would make sense. But let me go on. Let me just calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Matter full ground. Senior lawyer from Afe Babalola's law firm sues Farotimi wants book distribution stop. Senior lawyer, eye service. You know, there are always people that want to do eye service and show that they are the ones that are in the whatever. The book has gained tremendous traction, reaching a top spot on Amazon's bestseller list within days of police action against Mr. Farotimi following Mr. Babalola's petition last week. A leading figure of Afe Babalola's law firm has sued Dele Farotimi for 500 million naira over his alleged defamatory book in a legal effort that also seeks to stop the distribution of the fast-selling book. So this one now, what's his own inside? As per, is that not what they usually call busybody in law? Because I don't get what's his own inside of this. Kaide Ogunwumiju, a senior advocate of Nigeria, managing partner at Afe Babalola & Co., alleged in his suit that Mr. Farotimi's book titled Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System is defamatory against the law firm and its lawyers. Okay, so this is the angle he's coming from. He stated in the suit filed at FCT High Court in Abuja. So now, there's a suit against the Farotimi Magistrate Court Ekiti. There's a suit against him in what's this thing called now? In Federal High Court Ekiti. And now we have this one in Abuja. There's another one I think I saw where they said in Oyo. So one of the things that they've realized is the fact that Ekiti doesn't have this thing as a crime. It doesn't have criminal defamation as a crime. So all these things that they have filed in Ekiti, there's no crime. It's not a crime in Ekiti. So now they are doing everything they can to ensure that they are putting it outside, in other places. He stated in a suit filed at the FCT High Court in Abuja that portion from the book portrayed him, the law firm, and his lawyers as unethical, suggesting they were often involved in bribing judges and manipulating the judicial system. The 104-page book accused the law firm of compromising the integrity of the Supreme Court, scheming with crooked lawyers and incompetent justices, and doctoring a Supreme Court judgment. It also accused Mr. Babalola of corrupting the Supreme Court in the service of his client. So when are they also going to sue the U.S. document that showed that Afe Babalola had bribed appeal court judges with up to $1 million, about five of them, $1 million something dollars. When is that going to happen, or is it only in Dele Farotimi that they know to do this? The words complained of are not only false, but also malicious, reckless, and defamatory. Mr. Ogunwumiju's suit read in part. He denied ever being involved in any judicial corruption in his long years of practice as a lawyer, despite handling high-profile cases. This suit adds to Mr. Farotimi's legal challenges as civil, as criminal, defamation, and cybercrime cases prompted by Mr. Babalola's petition to the police are already pending against him in both the Chief Magistrate Court and the Federal High Court in Ado Ekiti, Ekiti State. Mr. Farotimi has denied the charges in both cases. In a suit filed on 6 December, Mr. Ogunwumiju seeks 500 million in damages and a court order to halt the sale and distribution of the book, which has gained tremendous traction, reaching the top spot on Amazon's bestseller list within days of police action against Mr. Farotimi following Mr. Babalola's petition last week. On Tuesday, the Chief Magistrate Court in Ado Ekiti adjourned until 20th December to rule on Mr. Farotimi's bail application. The development came 24 hours after the Federal High Court in Ado Ekiti granted him a 50 million bail in the cybercrime case, so it was 50 million. Mr. Dele Farotimi, handcuffed, attended proceedings in both courts from prison on Monday and Tuesday. They want to halt the book. They want. Hey, if not for this book, that's people that are zeros would have died. Will be thinking they are heroes. Nah, you know. The truth does not need that NAFDAC number, and it must be said. And there are people who are willing to put everything on the line as long as it's in the course of saying the truth, and they will say it, and that truth must be heard. And now we are seeing a whole lot of things that are coming out, because I've seen online people coming out with some of their encounters that they've had with Mr. Afe Babalola, and also, you know, confirming sort of like the things that Mr. Dele Farotimi had written in his book. I even saw one where someone was saying that he was even ready to testify. There was something about a case that had to do with domestic violence, and a woman and his client had to run, and then, you know, something about whether this other guy was a lawyer in the school. It's a whole lot, and so many more things, you know, are coming out beyond the things that Mr. Dele Farotimi had written in his book. And and this is the thing about the truth: you can't contain it, no matter how hard you try. It has a way of coming out and a way of putting itself out there. So we continue to follow all the things, you know, as they are going on. One of the things that for me I'm very so confident about is the fact that Mr. Dele Farotimi is one very strong person, that if they think they're going to break him up the way they usually we do with people, it's just a joke. Because at the end of the day, we are all visitors on this earth. What are you going to do? All of us are shackled. It's just that his own handcuffs were made visible. All of us were wearing invisible handcuffs, and that's the reason why Mr. Dele Farotimi is always asking us, are we citizens? That we are not citizens in this country. So what is it that they are going to do?